Hey guys, welcome back to Monday with me. Sorry this is being put up a little later than I had anticipated. It's been a hectic day. So, this week's topic, it's my topic. It sprung from a discussion / debate that I was having with a friend, I think yesterday. And my friend is very hard-headed. We're talking about gay adoptions, and basically what my friend said was that it was completely wrong and that gays should not be allowed to adopt children. I completely and totally disagree. A friend of mine grew up in foster care. She was tossed around, and she's a good person. She is. She is so sweet, and she'll do anything for anybody. But, I have met people that have grown up in foster homes, and they haven't turned out, as great of people as they could have been, if that makes sense at all. I think that it's already so hard to adopt a kid in America because, as you can tell, there are so many people that go and adopt kids from other countries. And so it's hard to get a kid in America already. So if you're going through all of this hard work to adopt a kid, and then you get down all the way to the very end, and then they tell you, no, you cannot adopt a kid because you're gay. No, sorry, that doesn't fly with me. If it's a good home, it's a good home. Who cares if the parents are lesbians or both gay guys? Like, what does that matter? The worst thing that can happen is that and when I say worse, it's not a bad thing at all. They grow up in a more accepting environment of the LGBT community, which is fantastic. And people think, well, if a kid grows up in that kind of atmosphere, then the kid's more likely to be gay. I mean, no, not necessarily. I mean, a lot of straight kids come from gay households. A lot of gay kids come from straight households. It doesn't matter. The environment that you grow up in, it's either more accepting or not accepting, and that will kind of push the kid to come out. Maybe there are more gay kids from gay families. Sorry. Okay, that was a very important message. I've been waiting for that for an hour. I forgot what I was saying. Shit. If they grow up in a gay atmosphere, then they're more likely to shut up! They're more likely to be in a more accepting environment. And if they do end up gay, awesome. They grew up in an environment where they knew that they were comfortable with who they are and it was okay to question their sexuality. I mean, a lot of people that don't end up gay, bi, lesbian, or transsexual, I think a lot of people go through a stage when they question, their sexuality, and they question who they are. And I think that is completely normal. And, that it's a part of growing up. You question who you are and who you're meant to be. And some people will question, well, what is their sexuality? And I'm just saying the same thing like 80,000 times. I'm sorry, people. But it's just madness that, gay families are so frowned upon. That they shouldn't have children because they're gay. If they're going to loving homes, they're going to loving homes. What does it matter? Like, is it better than them being tossed around from foster home to foster home and becoming a delinquent? I mean, I've seen that. I know people that have gone down that track. And, it's so heartbreaking because they didn't have a steady family. They didn't have somebody that they could always go to. I mean, I don't get along with everybody in my family perfectly all the time, but I know that they're there if I need them. And that's what's so important, is if gay kids grow up in another period, if gay kids grow up, they need acceptance and guidance. And it's so hard like, I can't speak from a personal background. I can speak from, I didn't have a father for so many years, and that was kind of very confusing. I mean, I had an uncle and a grandfather that worked to kind of be my father figure and be the positive male role model in my life, but that didn't turn out perfectly. Like, they're both wonderful, wonderful people, but they weren't my father. And I didn't have a father until like 9 years ago, and my stepfather stepped in, and he hasn't been the greatest thing in my life, but he means well, and that's what's important. What I'm saying here is, if gay families want to adopt children, let them. I don't see any reason why they shouldn't be allowed to. If it's a loving and happy, accepting family, wonderful. Children need that. They need stability, and especially when they're young. They need a stable environment. You can't say that. They need a stable environment all the time. That's the first number one rule. And they need protection, and they need love, and then they need your basic necessities of life. And those are the 4 things that kids look to when they're young. And I think it's bullshit. Plain bullshit. I'm just gonna say it. That if a kid grows up in a gay family, they're gonna end up gay. It happens, and sometimes it doesn't happen. You can't be so close-minded and go into all of this madness that really shouldn't be a debate. You should just look and say, hey, that's a loving person. If they want a kid, they want a kid. If they can financially support a kid, if they can emotionally support a kid, fine. I mean, look at all the families that can't support children and yet are popping out babies all the time. Really, is that a better environment for them to grow up in? No. What I'm saying is, let people adopt children. It'll be better for the children. It'll be better for America as a whole. So just let it happen so we can stop adopting foreign kids. I mean, not entirely, because some of them are being rescued from terrible, 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 why did I just say that 3 times, environments. But, they grow up as a huge minority here, and it's really hard. Yeah. 7 minutes of nonsense. Fabulous. If you stuck with me this long, I love you. I forgot what I was going to say with Onto My Gaze. It's been a bad weekend. I'm sorry, guys. I don't even remember last week's topic. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go now. Because I'm running on about 8 minutes. And I have a ton of homework to do. Love Monday nights. See you guys next week. Have fun. Be safe. Don't be a hater. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna leave now. Bye, guys.